Hello everyone, welcome to the 225 Q&A. We're going to start off with plaintiff questioning, and this will be at 225. Ready? Did you ever work with him? Yes, I did. And did you work as a team when you worked with him? Yes. And was that in refuse collection? Yes. And how long approximately did you work with him as a team member? Approximately 4 months. So as of November 21, you weren't working with him then, is that right? Would you say that again? Please ask it again. Sure, as of November 21, you were not working with Mr. King as a team member? You mean on the day of the accident? That's right. We worked as a team. You did work as a team on the day of the accident. Yes. Were you in the vehicle he was in at the time of the accident? No, I wasn't. You were in a different vehicle, is that right? Yes. All right. Have you ever seen Mr. King socially? No. Did you ever go out to dinner or go out and have a drink together or meet at his home or anything? No. When was the last time you saw Joe King? I am not sure. He transferred to a different yard. He was working with me in my section, but he transferred about 2 months ago. You haven't seen him for the last 2 months? No, I haven't. Have you ever talked to him within the last 2 months? No, I haven't. You do not personally see Mr. King on a social basis. Is that correct? That is correct. You never have. Is that correct? Never have. All right. Do you have a friend or acquaintance that does meet with Mr. King on a social basis? Well, I am a supervisor and I know a lot of people. I don't know who they meet on a social basis. But do you know of anyone in particular? Can you give me the name of anyone that you know that meets with Mr. King on a social basis? No. You were not Mr. King's supervisor on the date of the accident, were you? No. Did you ever talk with Joe King at any time after the accident about the accident? I asked him about the accident, sure. Okay, do you remember the first time you asked him about the accident? The next time I saw him, I suppose. I guess it was as soon as he got to the yard. Would that be on the day of the accident? Yes. You said you asked him about it, is that right? Yes. What do you mean by that? What did you specifically ask him? I wanted to know what happened, you know. You did not personally see the accident? I saw the accident. You did see the accident? I knew it was an accident. You knew it was an accident. Right. Did you actually see the two vehicles involved in this accident collide? Yes, I did. How many times have you discussed this accident with Mr. King? Once. Okay, switching over. All right. This is going to be defense questioning. Ready? Please tell the court where you are employed at the present time. Pacific Oil Company, Central Heights plant on Washington Boulevard in Long Beach, California. How long have you been employed at Pacific? 4 years and 8 months. What are your duties with Pacific Oil? I'm a truck driver. How long have you been a truck driver with Pacific? The total time I have been with the company? Yes. Well, I don't really know. Okay, were you employed with the Pacific Oil Company as a truck driver on June 28 and on July 1st of 2009? Uh-huh. Yes? Yes, sir. Directing your attention to July the 1st of 2009, did you have a specific route or delivery schedule that required you to make certain stops while driving your truck? No, sir. Did you make a delivery to a John R. Rogers on that particular date? Yes, sir. Do you recall where that was that you made your delivery? At the corner of Main and Harbor. What city is that? That would be Lakewood, I believe. That's in the county of Los Angeles, is that correct? Yes, sir. Approximately what time did you make your delivery to that location? Between 3 and 3:30. In the afternoon, I take it? Yes. And what did you deliver to that location? I delivered a full load of premium octane gasoline. Approximately how much was in the load that you delivered to the station? I metered exactly 7,700 gallons, which means you delivered 7,700 gallons to the station. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Would you tell us what happened when you arrived at the station as best you can recall? Well, I drove into the station, opened the tanks, proceeded to deposit the gasoline, and took the bill into Mr. Rogers for payment. What happened then? Nothing. I finished depositing the gasoline, the normal procedure, and collected the bill. Okay, I have nothing further. Thank you. What happened as far as the collecting is concerned? What were you paid? I was given a credit card, invoice, and the dealer's assistance and a receipt for the total amount of the bill. Mr. Harrison, I show you People 16 for identification as previously marked and ask you to examine it carefully and tell me if you recognize that from any prior occasion. Yes, sir. Would you explain what People 16 is? This is referred to by Pacific Oil Company as D1. It's the invoice on which the amount of gallons, the price of the gasoline, the total amount of the bill, any other collections are listed. We have a total column that we use when we make the collection on the bill that we enter the total on. The two totals should match. When did you first gain possession of that document if you did? This document, I received it at the plant before I left with the gasoline. Did you have that yellow slip marked People 16 when you went to the gas station of John Rogers? Yes, sir. And did you sign that particular document in front of him? Yes, sir. What is the signature on there? The signature is my last name, Harrison. Okay. All right. Is there any other procedure that requires Mr. Rogers to sign that document? Well, no, sir. What happened as far as what you did with that document on July 1st at Mr. Rogers' station? After the document was filled in, I gave him the top copy and I returned this to my office manager. Excuse me. Okay, switching transcripts again. I'm doing this so you get a variety. This is going to be defense questioning. Here we go. So when was the next time you saw him after the vacuuming incident when you signed in, or was it, if you recall, when was it? Well, I'm trying to think. It is hard to remember. It's been so long ago. You know, it really is. I'm trying to think. It was a Friday or a Saturday. I work under him on Friday and Saturday. If it was a Friday or a Saturday, it had to be because we do the same thing on Friday and Saturday. I'm trying to figure out if it is a Friday or Saturday. I think it was a Friday because Ian, I kind of remember, I think it was Friday because on Saturday, Ian usually helps me with the theater on Fridays. Ian doesn't like Nick and he keeps him away. They stay away from each other. He makes him stay at the bay because groups come in. They come in at like 9 o'clock and they have flower shows and he wants somebody to make sure that they are able to open the 101 because they have all kinds of stuff in there and they don't want anybody to walk in and take the stuff. I think it was Friday when he did it because Ian usually works in the theater with me on Saturday. So you thought it was a Friday? Yes. So when you came in on Saturday, do you recall if you saw him when you came in? Yes, yes. What was the next time? When was the next time you saw him? Well, so when you saw him on Saturday the next day, did you say anything to him? I never said anything to him after that, what he was doing. I never said anything to him, only if he said something to me. I really wouldn't say anything to him. So the next time that you saw him on Saturday, did he say anything to you? He said like, how are you doing, or good afternoon, or good morning, but nothing about touching you while you were vacuuming? Oh no. Did you tell anybody about the vacuuming incident? Yes, I told EOP. I told Darren, I told Katie, I told Becky, I told all of them. After the vacuuming incident in July of 06, who was the first person you told about the vacuuming? I told Darren. When did you talk to Darren? I talked to Darren. I don't remember exactly what day. I talked to Darren about 3 or 4 times before I left work. I can't remember the exact day. It had to be on a Thursday, I think, because that's the time me and Darren kind of run into each other because he works Thursday day and I work Thursday night. I think it had to be on a Thursday. Do you recall if it was the next Thursday, the next week that you talked to Darren? I don't recall what Thursday it was, but I told him, like the first time I saw him, I let him know. So the very next time you saw Darren? Yes, but it had to be on a Thursday. So the very next time you talked to Darren after the vacuuming incident, what did you tell Darren? I told Darren what Nick had done, and he just looked at me, and Darren said, well, that seems like the type of thing Nick would do. He and Nick know each other from years back. They used to work with each other for over 15 or 20 years. They know each other very well. Are they friends? They know each other. They work with each other for years. I know that. To you, did it appear that they were actually really good friends? Not the best of friends, no. I think they know each other. I wouldn't say they would go out and have lunch together, no. Okay, so did Darren tell you to do anything, or did he say whether or not to report it Or what did he do? Well, the only thing he told me was just to stay away from him. Did you ever ask Darren to report it? He already did report it. He already reported it. No, he didn't report it. He told someone, but I don't know who. He told someone when I first told him about the phone call, the talk when I was on the phone. I never did get to the details about all of that. To your knowledge, when was the first time that you found out that Darren told somebody about the vacuuming incident? When he called me and told me that someone was questioning about what happened, that's when I knew that they knew. Whoever he talked to, I don't exactly know who all the people he talked to. I didn't really, and when was that? I'm not sure because I really wasn't there. I was like, when did you first find out that Darren had talked to? I think it was in November of 06. Yes. And who is Beth? That is Nick's boss. Okay, and you said that you told her about the vacuuming incident? I told them. I told Katie and Beth, EOP, when they questioned me, I told them what Mark was doing all at the same time. Okay, they were all there at the same time? No, EOP called Beth and Katie on the phone and said, is it all right for me to call them so they could hear your statement? I said, no problem. They called Beth and then they called Katie. So you actually talked to the EOP first? Yes. When did you first talk to EOP? It was before September 14. I don't really know exactly what day it was. I know it was before the 14th. So September of 06? Yes. Did you contact EOP first? I contacted EOP. That was after you were already off work? Yes. Is there any reason after July of 06, is there any reason why you didn't talk to anybody other than Darren about the vacuuming incident? After what happened? After the vacuuming in the theater when he touched your behind, is there any reason why you didn't tell anybody other than Darren at your work? No, there was no reason. It was more like embarrassing. I didn't want to go out and tell everybody. I didn't want to announce it. It was enough dealing with it and then to go tell this person, let me just tell EOP so they could understand what is going on. It's different when you tell everybody at your job what happened and everybody, look what he done. It's uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable even telling Darren. Okay, so that concludes our 225 Q&A practice. Have a great day.